When Wesley Virgin, my mentor, was talking about sexual transmutation, he actually said something. Listen to this clip. Wow. He actually said that it's exclusively for men, especially single men. Well, when I heard this, I said to myself, Doris, you don't have to believe this. I think that sexual transmutation can be for anybody, can be for a man, for a woman, married or unmarried. The bottom line is, what do you want to achieve in life? Are you determined to go that far? A single man, a single woman, a married man can deliberately or consciously decide to do this and take himself or her family out of poverty or mediocre lifestyle. The argument is that it is mostly focused on men because it is believed that men can control their ejaculation. The women egg, in quotes, ejaculation is controlled by monthly cycle. And I said that statement is equally debatable. I know, yes, we have our monthly cycle, but then we still have urge for sex. We still do perform sexual activity. So I ask, does it mean that men cannot harness their sexual energy into achieving greater dreams? This theory is not proven, just like it's working on men. It's not scientifically proven, or it's not scientifically proven as well, but a lot of men have experienced it and it's worked more than 100%, and they came out to talk about it. I'm interested in this topic because I have had my own experience as a woman and I have something to say. I'm equally interested in this topic because you know me, I'm all about getting rich, and with all the rules so far and with God, I can say I'm proud of what I have become and where I am going. So people, get in here, let's try this out, let's share our view, let's share our experiences and knowledge. This is what life is all about. So before we go on, let's even talk about what sexual transmutation is all about. In this video, we'll talk about sexual transmutation and how it relates to men anyway, or general, depending on how you see it or who come across it. So and I said that in my next video that I want to relate it to women, share my experience, so women can come in and share their own experience, and we learn from one another. So sexual transmutation is switching of the mind from thought of physical expression to thought of some other nature. In other words, is the process of converting sexual energy into some other drive. It is actually a way for individuals to gather and save their sexual energy, and instead of ejaculating freely, you trick your mind to moving that energy into getting any type of task done or even achieving your widest dream or goal. You think it's not possible? It is more than 100% possible. People have done it. People are still doing it. Sexual transmission is one of the biggest unfair advantage you can have as a man over others when you master it. Really master it. So as a man, you will be tapping into explosive sexual energy that others freely ejaculate every day. Oh, by the way, to understand more of this, I suggest you get hold of a book called Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. That's if you haven't gotten it. And there's a link below that will direct you to what you will use or how you are going to do it and what you need to do to get to that level you so desire if you're really interested. And there are still other books like Tao of Health, Sex and Longevity that you can grab and learn more. So in Think and Grow Rich, it is the 10th step towards getting rich, called The Mystery of Sexual Transmutation. In that book, he said, and I quote, "When driven by this desire, men develop keenness of imagination, courage, willpower, persistence, and creative ability unknown to them." And he said that doing this has the potential to transform mediocrity into genius. This is what sexual energy or desire has to do with getting rich and manifesting your dream. We know what this is all about because we feel this way whenever we feel the urge for sex. We are in a different frequency, and to most of us, nothing around us matters again until we have that sex. Most of us are always ready to do whatever it takes in order to have sex. But Proctor, another well-known public figure, is a motivator and inspirator. If you want to hear what he has to say, you Google his name, you will hear. In fact, you will see a lot. You will learn a lot. In his review of Think and Grow Rich, he said, and I quote, "The thought of sex is a powerful stimulant for our mind. It kills up our enthusiasm, creative imagination, and an intense desire." I'm quoting these men because they are men that have experienced this and are very successful, and I have come across many of them both online and in real life. Another thing that stimulates our mind to the same degree is the burning desire for something such as fame, power, or money, which makes it easy for us to say, "I'm ready to do whatever it takes to get rich." The question is, what does it take to harness and redirect our sexual force into wealth accumulation when you have said you were ready to do whatever it takes to get good life? Well, and by the way, if you want to join in the business of changing life, click on the link here to change your life first, So why can't you do this and get yourself out of mediocre lifestyle instead of living a life that you are not proud of? It's about making little sacrifices, self-discipline, deliberately or consciously doing the right thing in order to get all the blessings that the Lord God has promised you when he said that greater things shall man do. Yes, he said it in the holy book, precisely John 14:12. And most importantly, talking about faith. Even a no author in a book I read said, if you don't have any faith, you shouldn't even bother with the meditation technique. You can imagine. Why I mention meditation technique here is with this sexual transmutation, without meditation, you're not going nowhere. You need to master meditation, and that is what will help you achieve what you want to achieve. So what is faith? Faith is the assurance that the things revealed and promised us are true, even though unseen, and gives the believer a conviction that what he expects in faith will come to pass. In other words, it becomes so tangible that you now possess it. And this is what meditation is all about. I'm saying what faith is all about, and I feel like I'm talking about meditation. You understand? You think because if you hear faith, then it's gonna be difficult. But I tell you, when you practice commitment and meditation and believe you are getting what you're committed to with focus, that is practicing faith. The most interesting part is that they teaches you how you can build up your faith and you clear out all doubt and or use the time commitment, and you find yourself flowing in the right direction. Napoleon Hill says a river may be dammed and is water controlled for a time, but eventually it will force an outlet. If it's not transmitted into creative effort, it will find a less worthy outlet. So before you continue to waste your semen or energy, have you asked yourself where you want to be in the next 1 year or 5 years from now? Have you imagined the kind of girl you'll be dating from 5 years from now? The kind of authority you'll be commanding by then. You need to do something now. Make this sacrifice now, and don't say that no, you already have a date you book, like you cannot do it. Remove the spirit of I can't, and these are the things you are going to learn when you start this, and you find out that by the time you start training yourself, all the spirit of negative spirit of I can't or I won't or you don't have the guts or whatever will be cleared off you. You won't even know when it happened. You find yourself in a new realm of life. So why not use your sexual energy to open up your creative energy and avoid taking less worthy outlets? If you know you can be more, you really need to do more. That is all said and done. I don't know how I sound, but then I know from all my heart, I really want you to change your life. If you've not tried it, try it. If you have tried it, tell us something. Ginger people, help to change life.